Let's deploy today with Dokploy. Today I'm going to show you how to deploy your app in Dokploy in few easy steps. Okay, you can just log in after deploying it. You can have your own website. For that, let's get started. SpongeBob texted me, "How do I open the app again?" And I had to type back, "Make sure you're on the same Wi-Fi as my laptop, then go to localhost 3000. SpongeBob lives alone. He doesn't have Wi-Fi access to my laptop. Anyways, the first thing we are going to do, first scroll down in the network, just take the IP address from the virtual machine and then just copy it. Let me scroll down a little bit. Copy the IP address of our virtual machine. Go to Cloudflare. In your domain, just add an A record. Just put star so that any of subdomain points to that IP address. Hit save. But remember one thing I forgot to do, that is just uncheck the proxy status. Let it be DNS only. So on our virtual machine, we are basically going to let port 80 and 443 open to allow the website traffic and host two subdomains, CPTS, our app, and Dokploy, our control panel for managing everything. So now let's get to installing Dokploy. Here is the virtual machine. First you need to be root to install this, and here is a simple command, curl-ssl. That should be more than enough. And once you do that, everything is live, as you can see. And I just logged in with my credentials. Once you logged in, the first thing you're going to do, you are going to go in the settings. Yeah, I've adjusted that thing. Okay, yeah, go in the settings, and then instead of having that 3344 and all that, you can have a subdomain dokploy.learnnovice.com to have our control panel. Just have that thing on and then click save. After that, go to project, add your CPTS study app name, and then here are the bunch of things that you can do. You can pause and see what are the different things you can do, and just create an application, name it anything you want. I'm naming CPTS, and just create. One thing to know here, you need to link up your GitHub account. I've already done that. So I've selected my GitHub repository, CPTS, and then main, and then just click on save. And Docker file you have to select there, and the path for Docker file is /Docker file. But this is where I'm going to have an error, which we are going to see later. Anyways, just save for now. Because the problem there was Docker file was with capital D. And yeah, we'll see that thing. Let's continue with our deployment. What are the other things that we need to do? We need to do the environment variables. You just put your own environment variables. If you have seen the previous video, if you didn't, please go check the environment variables part. So here I'm just copying all the environment variables for Google OAuth or your Better Auth and database, neon database. All of them I'm just pasting it over here. So you just click on that icon at the top, and then there will be an option to paste everything. So you paste it, you paste your own thing. I'm just leaving it blank or partially done. So Better Auth URL should be now your actual subdomain, that is CPTS. And I'm just verifying, like I need to change some few settings back in Google OAuth. Again, if you want to know what how I have created this, it was there in the previous video. So let's go back to the credentials part, and in credentials I've already created for testing. Here I need to add my actual URL, cpts.learnnovice.com, when I now have it. And another thing that I need to add is authorize redirect URLs. So here back then it was localhost 3000, but I'm not testing anymore, so it is going to be CPTS. Now my Google OAuth credential is done. I can now easily use it. And yeah, I forgot to save this thing, so let me select it again. make sure that you save it, otherwise you need to do that thing again. So select branch and main, yeah, save that thing, and go to domains. Here you need to add your domain, so that whenever there is a request of cpts.learnnovice, it will point, Dokploy will have the ability to show the actual file, the correct files. Here also I've done a mistake. The mistake was, I have done https cpts.com, which is actually wrong. Okay, which we are going to see the problems there. So in my first deployment, even though it was deployed, I'm not able to access it. So I'm just fixing that problem. Only cpts.learnnovice.com, other https and everything will be handled by the Dokploy itself. Once you're done with everything, save, hit deploy, and this time just go on to the cptslearnnovice.com and you should be able to sign in. Wow, we are able to get to our app and it is showing our screen. So let's click on Google sign in. So let me select my account. Once I've select my account, voila. So now we have our app. We have Neon database to store user data, about how many modules that they are doing. We have everything set up. And before we finish up with this thing, let me tell you a few things that you need to change back. Edit your virtual machine. Once you edit it, scroll down to the network interface tags. Here I just added a tag temp that is for port 3000. We need to close it. We only need 2 ports for 80443. That's it. Save, and then just check if that IP address is still working. As you can see, 34130. If I click refresh on it, it is just loading. Probably that has worked, right? Now let's see. Yeah, it did work. Sure. So let's go to our actual sub Dokploy.learnnovice, and it's working. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.